Missouri walks into Norman carrying a question mark at the most important position on the field, and sometimes that's where the story really begins. Two teams, two different stakes, and one of them knows that a misstep here ends their climb. Missouri arrives at 7-3 with a rushing attack that has carried them through storms, but their quarterback situation sits in the balance. Beau Pribula is medically cleared, but still a game-time decision. If he cannot go, the weight shifts to freshman Matt Zollers. Two possibilities, two futures, and both of them forced to face a defense built to suffocate the run. Across the field stands Oklahoma, 8-2, returning home after toppling Alabama. They know exactly what they are playing for. John Mateer takes the field as their steady hand, healthy, mobile, and capable of controlling the rhythm when the moment demands it. And behind him, a defense ranked among the nation's best, a front that has been erasing rushing lanes all season, daring opponents to throw into windows that shrink by the heartbeat. This game is not speed, it is not chaos, it is pressure. Two elite defenses shaping each other, one team unsure of its quarterback until the final moments, one team certain of its identity. Missouri wants this on the ground. Oklahoma will not allow it. And the moment that tension snaps, the total becomes the real story. And today's AI pick is the under 42.5. Will we cash or will we burn? On to game 2.
Rutgers walks into Columbus, chasing one more win for bowl eligibility. But the truth is, they're stepping into a storm that has swallowed far stronger teams. The Scarlet Knights arrive at 5-5, coming off a surge of hope after beating Maryland. Yet everything changes when the opponent wears a single number beside its name. Ohio State is undefeated, ranked number 1 in the nation, and every week becomes another piece of their march toward a second straight national title. Quarterback Athan Kaliakmanis leads Rutgers after throwing 4 touchdown passes in their last outing, but the challenge in front of him is unlike anything he has faced this season. Ohio State fields the best scoring defense in the country, allowing just 7.5 points per game, and forces quarterbacks into windows that barely exist. And on the other side, the Buckeyes will turn again to Julian Sayin. He has grown steadier with each start, controlling tempo, avoiding mistakes, and letting a deep rotation of running backs drag defenses into the ground. Matchups tell the story before kickoff. Rutgers owns one of the worst run defenses in the nation, and Ohio State just rushed for over 220 yards in a conference game. Rutgers allows 30 points per game. Ohio State scores more than 37. The Scarlet Knights struggle in pass protection. The Buckeyes generate pressure without needing extra bodies. Every number tilts the field further downhill. And today's AI pick is Ohio State minus 32.5. Will we cash or will we burn? On to game 3.
USC travels into Autzen Stadium, knowing that every step they take will echo through the playoff conversation. An 8-2 team with a top 10 offense and a desperation edge is never a quiet visitor, and Oregon feels that pressure as clearly as the cold November wind moving across the field. The Ducks sit at 9-1, ranked 7th, and fully aware that one more slip could push their postseason path into darkness. The stakes are unmistakable: win or begin falling out of the sky. Jaden Mayava leads the Trojans, carrying both poise and volatility into this matchup. His arm has kept USC alive in moments that felt lost, and his ability to extend plays gives the Trojans a chance to strike back even when the ground is shaking beneath them. Across the field stands Dante Moore, Oregon's first-year starter, steady in the pocket and surrounded by one of the nation's most efficient rushing attacks. His job is not to dominate, but to guide a machine already built to break defenses. The contrast is sharp. USC wants to stretch the field, to turn broken pockets into opportunities, and force Oregon's defense to defend every blade of grass. Oregon wants control, long drives, punishing runs, and a rhythm that suffocates the chaos USC thrives in. Both offenses sit inside the nation's top 10. Both can hit 40, and neither team has the luxury of holding anything back. And today's AI pick is USC plus 9.5. Will we cash or will we burn? On to game 4.
Syracuse walks into South Bend carrying a season full of bruises, the weight of turnovers, and the uncertainty that comes from a quarterback still searching for rhythm. Ricky Collins leads the Orange again, a quarterback who flashes talent but has struggled under pressure, completing just over half his passes with more interceptions than touchdowns. Behind him, fragments of promise show up in moments. Yacine Willis grinding out yards, receivers fighting for separation, but their offense has lived on the edge all season, and that edge gets sharper against Notre Dame. Across the field, C.J. Carr has stepped into his role with an ease uncommon for a freshman. Command steady, timing clean, decision sharp. He has thrown for more than 2,000 yards, protected the football, and delivered exactly what the Irish needed to climb back into playoff contention. When Carr isn't carving defenses through the air, Jeremiah Love takes over, a running back averaging over 6 yards a carry and breaking tackles as if the field belongs to him alone. The mismatch is honest. Notre Dame's defense allows barely 18 points per game, stopping the run at an elite level and forcing mistakes in the secondary. Syracuse, meanwhile, has struggled to protect the football, rarely flipping momentum and finding themselves behind far too often. The Irish have every reason to deliver a statement win, and the gap between these two teams widens when urgency meets imbalance. And today's AI pick is the under 50.5. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 5.
Of offenses in the country, but the numbers never tell you how loud a place feels when hope and frustration collide under the lights. The Vols are 7-3 and still talking about late playoff chaos, and this is the kind of game they think they should control. Florida stands at 3-7, bowl hopes gone, but rivalry games at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium don't care about records. They care about who's willing to stand in the noise the longest. Joey Aguilar leads Tennessee, a veteran quarterback who's thrown for close to 3,000 yards and kept this attack humming all season. He has weapons everywhere, and when he gets into rhythm, the Volunteers can put up points in bunches. On the other sideline, DJ Lagway is still trying to grow into the quarterback Florida imagined, uneven on the stat sheet, but capable of flashes that wake the crowd up in a single throw. Behind him, Jadon Baugh has become the heartbeat of this offense, a back who can punish defenses that don't fit the run correctly. Tennessee brings the better resume, but their defense has been vulnerable against physical ground games, and Florida knows it. The Gators at home have already punched above their weight, hanging with top 10 teams and refusing to fold. If Florida can lean on Baugh, slow the pace, and let the swamp do its work, this number becomes too big. And today's AI pick is Florida plus 3.5. Will we cash or will we burn? On to the recap with Lilith.
The night closes in and the truth sits where it always does, right between certainty and fire. 5 games, 5 edges, and the line between glory and ashes waits for no one. Here's what the data whispered, and what the darkness confirmed. English, our 5 AI picks: Missouri versus Oklahoma. Over 42.5 Rutgers versus Ohio State. Ohio State minus 32.5. USC versus Oregon. USC plus 9.5. Syracuse versus Notre Dame. Under 50.5. Tennessee versus Florida. Florida plus 3.5. Español. Nuestros 5 pronósticos. Missouri versus Oklahoma. Más de 42.5 Rutgers versus Ohio State. Ohio State menos 32.5. USC versus Oregon. USC más 9.5. Syracuse versus Notre Dame. Menos de 50.5. Tennessee versus Florida. Florida más 3.5. Back to English now. Like and subscribe. Will we cash or will we burn? German saying. Wer den Sturm ruft, muss den Donner ertragen. Translation: He who calls the storm must endure the thunder.